other trade since then, and you can see we finally got a max trigger just there, and it was an absolute delight. You can see it went 2 ticks up, which means you would have got filled, so there was no question about getting filled on that one. And you can see it's went from 26s down to a low price of 22.5s, and you've made yourself another profit. So that's now 18 out of 21. So this is now 18 winners, 3 losers. Now, you'll hear a little in the background, sometimes you'll hear a little peep. No, I don't have a canary. What that little peep is Max in the background working with a little audible, crappy audible alert, suggesting that there may be a sell coming up on this uptick. So we start watching, obviously, for that possible trade developing. There's the sell starting to show up, as you can see there. So the sell started to show up just at that point. Now, is it going to be a trade? Obviously, the order flow has to still fill in behind it before it finalizes the trade, but that's something that you don't see on this chart. We're just taking it blind at this stage. We just go blind into this. That if it goes up, it goes up. If it goes down, it goes down, and so on. And they've cancelled it. You can see they didn't get the order flow at the end of the candle. Remember, it's at the end of the candle. If they don't get the order flow, they just cancel it out. And that's what's happened. They've just cancelled it out. It came in from a lower time frame. They were looking for the trade. They never got the trade, and they've cancelled the sell. And that's what happens. They just cancel the deal. There's no deal done. But you can see it still made money. If you took the trade anyway, it still made money. It still went up. It still carried on, and you would have been able to get a sell trade into that. And it has dropped back out of that area as it turned out. I did actually sell it. I sold some business off the 5 3/4, 5.5 area. So I sold on the way up there at, because I was getting a max trigger developing. So I have sold some 5.5s, and it's worked out quite nicely. There's the sell trade as I just discussed. There's the sell trade there, 5.5s. It's dropped off quite nicely, and you can see a little bit of profit on the trade. Worst case scenario, stops at break even. Easy enough to still see that it would have been a profit regardless of whether it took or whether it didn't take. And another little winning trade outcome. Another little winning trade outcome. Nice. Reasonable. Reasonable. Let's double back to our friends on oil. This has been a little peach of a pear, this little trade. Now, we've obviously lost the euro. That's the worrying thing just now. We've started to see the euro catching a bid here. So I'm a little bit concerned about this sell on oil because of that reason. But you can see we've had a brilliant sell-off on this. And just what the doctor ordered, we start to see that little bit of value divergence creeping in as we had expected. And there's the deal there, guys. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm doing. But as I said, the euro dollar is giving us a few headaches because the euro dollar's caught this little bid. And it's just added a little bit of a buyer at these lower prints here. But we're making some great money anyway. So hopefully you're all on board off the 68.50s. It's now trading 25s. We've made $250 for you guys if you were trading with me on the deal. And obviously we can now flip the target price round, and we can start looking for where we're going to go to on this trade if we do get a breaker on this. If the euro stops moving higher, we're obviously going to be targeting down at the 68.10s here. And that's what we're thinking. That's where we're trying to get to. And that's what we're going to try and do. That's what we're going to try and do at this stage. Nice. Yeah, be happy with that, guys, because we came right off the 50 line. You can see that, the half back. The sellers came right off the half back here. And obviously that means there may well be a prop stop buyer coming in just in here that might stall the price action around about the 68.20s. But so far so good. We're making some good monies, making some good gains, and long may it continue. Now, one of the concerns we've got is the curve. There is definitely a possible trade showing up in here. And the curve is a little bit exposed up here at the moment, so I am very, very cautious about what's happening. obviously, if you're selling oil, you'd think that the 210s might be starting to think about a flattener, right? That would be something you'd start thinking that could be possible. So just watch for it, guys.